Hi friends, today I want to introduce you to this collection of very fun, colorful posters from DeeDee's workshop. There are 16 in total. They are laminate, they're soft laminated, so they're protected, they're not going to tear. You can either use pens or tack or tape to adhere them to the wall or to a bulletin board, but these are fabulous. Look at how fun they are, the graphics. They're going to capture any child or even adult's attention. I'm going to be completely honest, when these arrived in the mail, I didn't at first remember what they were, but I went up and I saw them, and immediately I had to start reading it. I had to read every single one of these different images and the names of them on this first poster because they're so fun. The color really captures my attention, and I guarantee it's going to capture any child's attention, any adult's attention as well. These are great, great, great graphics. DeeDee's workshop is totally killing it with those graphics. So again, there's 16 of them. They're soft laminated, so they're protected. They're not going to tear. These would be perfect for classrooms. These would be perfect even in offices, if I'm going to be honest. There's some of these that I could see definitely they would be perfect if they were hung up in different doctor offices, right? Pediatricians' offices. And then most importantly, I could see that these would be really beneficial having in a home, especially if you have children. And honestly, children of any age, and if you have grandchildren too. If you have space on your children's bedroom walls, if you have maybe perhaps a playroom, or you have just a basement where your kids like to go hang out, right? Put these up on their walls. I guarantee they might not want to pay attention to them right away immediately, but I guarantee at some point they're gonna look over, they're out of boredom, right? They're gonna kind of drift off, right, out of boredom, be looking around, and they'll see these, and they're gonna at some point start to practice reading through them and saying them, and it's so beneficial. We live in a time period now where so many people are beginning to really truly understand the importance and the benefits of being multilingual. And I'm telling you, children learn so fast, and the best way that they learn another language is through pictures. I am somebody who is multilingual. I grew up studying 4 years of French, taking Latin through high school, and then I actually lived and served in Portugal for nearly 2 years. And so I speak Portuguese. Along with that, I understand a lot of Spanish, some Italian, and absolutely anytime as I was learning these different languages, I could see pictures of things. Those resonated and made a lot more sense and had that lasting effect where I could memorize the names of things when I saw pictures and was able to make that connection. So DeeDee's workshop's killing it. Again, there's 16 posters here. We have the first one, we have the Abecedario. For instance, we have for strawberries, where's strawberries? Fresa, we've got perro, which is dog, gato for G, right? Okay, moving on. We also have a map of the world, which in Spanish is Mapa Mundial. And of course, we like to think that everybody calls us the United States of America, but to be honest, that's not true. In Spanish, it's North America is called America del Norte, South America is called America del Sur. And then look at those, again, those super fun graphics, and they're appropriate. They've got the right animals in the right places, so that's good. Next we have los vocales, and these are the vowels, the different vowels, okay? And then in addition to that, we have the map of the United States in Spanish, that is Estados Unidos de America, okay? And then next we have estaciones y clima, primavera. We've got the different seasons, right? 4 seasons, and then the months that those are. And then at the bottom, it shows us the different weather patterns, right? So we've got primavera. It tells us that spring is in March, April, and Mayo, which is May, verano, which is summer, junio, julio y agosto, and then autumn and winter. Okay. And again, look at those graphics. Those are awesome. Honest to goodness, if you are a teacher, and I have spent many, many days, hours, weeks in classrooms, both teaching and substitute teaching, I can tell you, children benefit when they see these things. Every classroom, we're at the point where every classroom now throughout America likely has a student or two who are learning English as their second language. And a lot of times, unfortunately, it can be isolating because, classrooms are more often they're overcrowded, and so teachers are limited on what they can do and how much time they can spend with each child. And unfortunately, a lot of these students who only speak Spanish and are learning English, they don't get the one-on-one time that they need. And so imagine just how beneficial this would be for them, having these posters throughout their classroom, being able to look up, being able to understand, being able to read things that they're familiar with as well. Super important. And not only that, but I can't even begin to tell you, in the classrooms that I've been in where they've had these kinds of posters, the kids who only speak English, the majority of the class will pay attention to these posters in Spanish. And by the end of the school year, they'll also know the names of the months, right? Or the names of the week, of the weekdays in Spanish, because they're looking at these posters as well. So it's a win-win situation. Absolutely. We've got days of the week, right? In Spanish. We've got mi cuerpo. So again, this is what I was saying, is this could definitely benefit, maybe perhaps you're even in middle school or high school, and you might think, those would only benefit teachers in smaller classrooms. I'm telling you, in the lower grades, I'm telling you, any grade, any classroom, whether it's grade school, middle school, junior high, high school, everybody would benefit from this. You could be perhaps buy the package, and you might not need or have the space to use all of the posters, but maybe perhaps, on your team, you've got a science teacher. Give the science teacher or health teacher, give the science teacher or health teacher this, right? Let the students learn, the English students learn, right? The different names of the body in Spanish, and help the kids who only speak Spanish, right? And then we've also got colors. So we see here the different color names that are in Spanish. So azul, amarillo, rojo, right? Again, if you don't have enough room in your own classroom to post this, you can give this to the art teacher. We also have la hora, right? Time. So this is a poster that helps teach students the hours, right? And the names in Spanish of time. We have números, right? And it says the name actually under each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, moving on. This is awesome. I love this one because it's so bright and it's so fun. Sistema solar. So we've got the different planets in our solar system. We've got shapes. Again, if you don't have room for all of these posters in your classroom, share this with a math teacher. Okay, they've got all the different Spanish names of all the different shapes. We've got the months of the year. Okay, again, DeeDee's workshop is killing it with all of the graphics. They are so bright, they're so colorful, they're so fun. This is Mentalidad de Crecimiento. So a lot of the times, I know grade schools, elementary schools will have wellness rooms where students can go take a break for 5-10 minutes, right? And de-escalate. They're feeling anxious or they're upset about something, they can have a pass to go there and just kind of calm. Generally when they go there, the person in that room will just ask them how are you feeling? What's your level that you're at, right? And so usually if you look, there's posters and stuff that talk about feelings, right? So that kids can look at the poster and be able to identify their feelings that they're experiencing at that moment. Well, that's also important that kids, right, who only speak Spanish are able to do that as well. So this is the one where it kind of helps them understand and express what they're feeling. And then the last two, we've got números, 1 to 100. Okay. And then last but not least, we have instructions for how to wash your hands and take care of other hygiene business. So absolutely love it. I'm telling you, DeeDee's workshop, 16 different posters that are soft laminated. They're fabulous. They did a fantastic job. Purchase these. You'll love them. I have children at home. They're teenagers. Several of them are taking a Spanish class right now. Some of them are in higher levels, level 3. But I'm going to be putting some of these in their rooms. And they might not love it, but I'm telling you, it's going to help them. So check it out. Love it.